Hello, dear listeners. You came again for a story. I will tell you one that a teenager told. It happened not to him, but to his grandfather. If I'm interested in you, then let's get started. When I was a teenager, I used to spend my summers at my grandparents' farm. One evening, my grandfather sat me down and told me a scary story that had happened to him when he was about my age. He told me that one night he was lying in bed, unable to sleep. As he looked out the window, he noticed a tall man standing outside, staring at him. My grandfather couldn't make out the man's features, but he could tell he was tall, and then at first, my grandfather thought the man might be a passerby or a neighbor, but as the night went on, the man never moved. He just stood there, staring through the window at my grandfather. As the hours passed, my grandfather grew more and more frightened. He tried to close the curtains, but the man just moved to another window, continuing to stare. My grandfather was too scared to leave his room or wake up his parents, so he just lay in bed, paralyzed with fear, watching as the tall man watched him. Eventually, as the sun started to rise, the man disappeared. My grandfather never saw him again, but he never forgot that night. He said he always felt like the man was watching him, even when he was in a crowded room or out in public. To this day, my grandfather is convinced that the tall man was some sort of ghost or spirit, haunting him for reasons he can't explain. And whenever he tells the story, he warns me to be careful and always keep an eye out for anything unusual, because you never know who or what might be watching you. Subscribe to the channel and rate the story in the comments. Wait for new stories.